What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Monday, November 14th, and today we're going to be talking about Solana, its price action, and also NFT collections that's built on Solana. This all has to evolve around each other. Because again, in these videos, I want to be able to inform you guys of what's going on in the market, what you could expect. Again, these are all kind of predictions. This is not financial advice, just my own opinion. This is just for your entertainment. So take whatever you hear in this video as informational and educational so that you can make the best decision for yourself. Now, right now, Solana is around $13.78, so we're going to talk about that, and we're going to look at the charting. And we're also going to be looking at NFT collections I think you should definitely have on your radar in case you decide, you know, maybe this is the best time to buy the dip because you have liquidity on the side and you have money that you're willing to lose. So guys, be sure to watch this video to the end. Do not miss a single thing because this could be very essential for you making the right investment decision for yourself. And as always, be sure to like that button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page. And most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. So guys, let's get right into it. So as you can see here, overall, ever since the FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried fraud had happened almost a week ago, maybe even less than that, it went from $32 per Solana all the way down to around $13 per Solana. So why was there a recent pump today? Because we did have a pump. We were around $12 roughly and pumped almost up to $15. What had happened? Well, it was simply this. Now, people are speculating this one tweet by CZ, who is the founder of Binance, which is the largest exchange in the world. But keep in mind, this exchange is overseas. It is a foreign exchange. It does not mean that Binance is also a safe exchange to store your funds. If anything, I definitely would suggest that people take all of their crypto, take all of their NFTs, and put it in a cold storage wallet, preferably on a Ledger Nano S. But these ledgers, make sure to buy from the actual website, not a third-party website, as they could be tampered with and you could lose all your assets. So buy the Ledger Nano from the actual Ledger website. So with CZ, he posted this tweet basically saying that he's willing to help provide an industry recovery fund for anybody out there who's looking for liquidity or is in a liquidity crisis. Now, we don't know what this is directly towards. We don't know if it was towards FTX and their affiliate members, such as any Solana-based community. As you guys know, Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX had definitely invested a lot in the Solana ecosystem, but not Solana itself. We do know that right now, Solana is definitely one of the main players in this whole blockchain game. We're talking about NFTs, GameFi, Metaverse, and all that jazz, but just know that. So I do think that this was not a direct tweet towards Solana, but in a way it did push the Solana price up. But don't let that news make you feel like there's a lot of hopium in the air, because that should not convince you to buy in or ape in. Now we need to look into the charts. Where is this price going? Now, as you can see here, we're in a sharp downtrend, and right now this downtrend can last for quite a bit of time. Now, as you can see here, we're actually not seeing any price action that we could see to the upside unless there's a catalyst event. And right now, we only have some support levels in a few certain areas, but these support levels aren't promising. Again, we are in a downtrend. If we want to see some uptrend, then we have to see some price action to the upside. And what does that look like? Well, you can just based off of this chart. As you see here, we've been trending downwards, and that's obviously due to the FTX and FBF fraud. Now, with the price action, we have seen a bounce up for just a minor moment, but again, this is just because of the CZ announcement. In order for us to break to the upside, we need to break past this trend right here, and then we have to fight the resistance level around 17. If we fight that, we may be experiencing some bouncing to the side, or even a bounce, which is a fake one, like a fake uptrend, and then it'll just pull further back down. Or if we break past 17, then I do think you can actually experience price actions to the $22 point of resistance. So keep that in mind. That's where I expect that this chart can go. But again, if we break down past this trend, then you're going to see some downside for the Solana price action. But now that we've talked about the Solana price action, some of those people out there like to see this type of action because they see it as a discount. That means they can buy the Solana at a very dirt cheap price compared to $33 to almost half, actually more than half of that. And they're going to use that Solana to buy assets such as NFTs, and that's what we're going to talk about. So the first NFT collection I want to bring up is Liberty Square, and the only reason I'm showing Magic Eden, because I don't really support the marketplace, is because they actually have a market tool that is not available in hyperspace. And what do I mean by that? So this was just revealed, at least the artwork was just revealed within the past 24 hours. Now, what artwork do you need to keep your eye out on? Well, I'll definitely look at the class or the style. Now, class is more of what is common, what is rare, but let's go ahead and look at the style. Now, there are two collections I want you guys to keep an eye out for, and that is Purity and Innocence. Now, Purity is the lady and Innocence is a child. Now, as you can see here, there are a ton of great artworks, great PFPs that is based off of this one Purity collection. But not only that, I would say look out for the Innocence, and that's this child. I think these are going to fetch for quite a bit of money because it's such a limited and rare collection. Now, if you're seeing this, you're seeing that many different traits here are pretty rare. There's a Frankenstein version. If you go further down, there's actually one with hands that I really like a lot. But these are definitely, I think, going to fetch for great rarities later on down the future. We could definitely get a good dirt cheap entry price for this one. So again, Purity and Innocence are one of my two favorite ones, but there are also, Vengeance and Clarity. And these are other PFPs that you can definitely keep an eye on in case you're interested. But there are quite a bit. You can collect all of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these classes. So keep that in mind in case you're looking for it, or you want to buy the lowest point, which is around 2.7 Solana. So that's really dirt cheap in my opinion. So this is going to be really promising. We know that Liberty Square is a great project, and a lot of different builders support Liberty Square. Now, if we're looking at the price action, check this out. So I actually think we're in an uptrend. So if you look at this chart, even based off of the whole FTX thing, we actually are seeing that the collection is doing quite well. Yes, we see a large red candlestick, but that's because after the reveal of the NFT collection, there was a huge sell-off, so it went down to the downside. But that's completely expected. I do expect that people are going to be buying this dip, and then it's going to keep going forward up because, again, these are dirt cheap prices. So will this collection reach up to 5 Solana? I absolutely think so. It maybe could go as high as 7 Solana. That's just a prediction. If we break past this resistance level, though, we could experience more to the downside, but we didn't. We actually bounced off this resistance level, and it's now serving as a support level to the upside. Now, next up, I want to talk about Slime Goons. Now, Slime Goons, as you know, I'm a huge fan of Slime Goons and Belmont, the founder, and he just really knows how to deliver a project really fast. Even during turbulent times such as this bear market, you can see that this collection is actually doing quite well. Now, the floor price is actually 0.38 Solana. But you need to keep in mind the Goonified NFTs, which is when you take your Slime Goons, you take 3 crystals, and you combine that together, you get an elevated Goonified Slime Goons, which is these puppies right here. Now, the floor price of these is around 1 Solana and higher. But what's really amazing about the story, and we covered many videos about this collection, is that this even dropped down to 0.5. But people ended up buying all those Goonified NFTs, and now the Goonified NFTs are very rare and limited in their own selection. So that's really interesting to keep in mind of. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing, which is basically the charting. Now, this is the chart for Slime Goons based on the floor price. And as you can see here, we have experienced a sideways downtrend. But again, it hasn't gone either up or down due to this whole fraud aspect with FTX. So to me, this actually shows some pretty strong price action, meaning that we can actually experience upside by an interesting catalyst event. All it takes is for one whale to literally scoop out all these discounted NFTs, and then you can see price to the upsides around 1 Solana and much higher. And I guarantee these are going to be super rare at some certain point. And keep that in mind. I've made videos about collections like this before with Soda, AI Degens, and many, many more. And even Degen. So just keep that in mind. This is a collection I just don't want you guys to miss out on. Now, next up I want to talk about is Critters Cult. Now, Critters Cult is trading around 8.23 Solana. It's really interesting that just the other day, when I say the other day, I'm talking about like 3 or 4 days ago, this floor price was around 5 Solana. And again, people took advantage of the Solana dip. They accumulated Solana only to buy these NFTs at dirt cheap prices. Now, the reason I'm a big fan of Critters Cult is because it's just based off pixelated art and a simple narrative storyline. It's not based on some utility that they're going to deliver airdrops. It's just simply the artwork is fantastic. It's one of the best pixelated artworks on Solana, and Critters Cult is definitely leading in that. And even though it's dropped massively from its previous price, which was almost up to 20 Solana in its lowest floor price, yes, we're down almost more than half. This is a discount and opportunity, but again, never spend more than what you're willing to lose. Now, if you look at this is the actual chart. You can see that we bounce off of this trend to the upside, and the listing count is actually dropped beneath 677. So if you think that this collection is going down in price and it's not growing, that the community is only going to die out, well, those people have only accumulated since then. And I thought that we're going to be seeing downwards pressure, but we are now seeing upwards pressure. So that should help you give some insight of where Critters Cult can go. So I want to share with you guys so that you keep that in mind and what you can look out for. And last but not least, we're going to talk about Vandals. Now, Vandals is around 7 Solana. Even saw it goes down low as 4 to 5 Solana. Now, what's interesting about this is that the artwork will be revealed soon. We're going to talk about that. But the things I want you to look out for is level 16 and higher. We have a level 15, we have a level 16, and we also have a level 17, so forth, so on. But they're pretty affordable considering that they're around 8 Solana. Now, in terms of the price range, let's look at the floor price on Soul Sniper. We're seeing a trend to the upside after this downside trend, which we saw in the 4-hourly chart. Now, we are hovering up and down between the 250 to 327 listed NFT counts on the market floor. What you can't ignore is the buying pressure. So people are accumulating these. They bought the dip when it was around 2 Solana, as I mentioned before, and this is on the daily chart or on the 4-hourly chart. So obviously people are not ignoring this. They're getting excited for what? And that is this. This is the announcement from Vandals, and that the reveal of these artworks could happen within the next 24 hours. So that's really huge. And the official rankings you can click on and the trade explorer so you can understand what type of NFT you have. But again, this is coming out, as they say, within the next 24 hours. And why? I think this is kind of interesting. So obviously there are so many different things that you can look out for in terms of the NFT marketplace, the Solana discount. These are things that I will not ignore, and I want to share this with you guys because, again, I want to share with you my conclusion. I do think Solana could actually go down a little bit further, but again, it would take a catalyst event to really shoot this price to the upside. It could literally be a tweet by Elon Musk or anybody else, or maybe someone changes their PFP who's a real notable figure, or who knows, maybe Bitcoin or Ethereum has some law passed within the United States or some country adopts Bitcoin as a current tender or currency tender. So just keep that in mind. You know, if anything happens in this atmosphere, anything could happen, either up or down. But never invest more than what you're willing to lose. I just want you guys to keep in mind you need to have some money in your savings to buy the dip. But if you don't want to miss out on opportunities and you have money to spend, well, then this is the video that you need to look at. I hope this video has been very informational and educational for you to make the best investment decision for yourself. But hopefully this video will help guide you in the right direction, and I hope I've been very helpful. So guys, I will see you in tomorrow's video, and be sure to invest safely. And as always, be sure to like up that button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page. I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching Cryptolution. Join our Patreon page for all our private alpha calls, investment strategies, and one-on-one consultations in the link below. Limited spaces are available, so be sure to reserve your spot today. Invest safely, and we'll see you on the next episode of Cryptolution.